I've been on a treadmill lately. Well, not like an actual one. I typically tend to run outside more than I'm running on a treadmill. I prefer the outdoors. Fun fact, I've actually have ran a marathon before. I know my stature name may not seem like I have, but I actually have ran one marathon before. It's a fact. But what I wanted to quickly talk about today is I have been on a treadmill. It's the kind of thing where you're constantly running, but you're getting nowhere. That's part of the reason why I don't actually even like running on treadmills, but you're constantly running and you're getting nowhere. You're grinding, you're producing all these things, and it seems like you're going to be moving forward, but you're actually not getting anywhere. And you keep going forward, and it seems like you're not getting anywhere in life. And then somewhere in between, in the middle of all of this, you forget even why you even started. And one of the scariest parts, when you get to that place, you don't even stop. You actually end up speeding up actually most of the time. And I'm not saying all this because I have it all figured out and I've cracked the case. As a matter of fact, I'm still in it. I still fall for that exact same trap. I still tend to choose the treadmill versus running outside. And I know I'm not the only one that has felt like this. And here's the thing about all of this stuff, that it's almost as if you're just striving. It's that word right there, that word striving. That word has been something that I have been struggling with for a while now, and it's striving. But there's a little secret about striving that most people won't tell you, is that striving, it does not have a finish line. I'll say it again, striving does not have a finish line. And it's interesting because culture and culture will hand you this sort of formula that says if you just work harder, you grind more, and you do all the things, you check off all the boxes, and you just keep going and going and going, and you keep striving, then eventually you're going to get there. Eventually you'll get to where you're going to go, or where you feel like you're going to go. But here's the truth is that place never comes. And even if you do get to this quote unquote destination of where you think that you were going to go, it ends up never fully satisfying you ever. Now it may temporarily satisfy you for a moment, but after a couple minutes, hours, days, weeks, months, eventually that will wear off and it'll fade away like everything else in this world. You see, there's a massive difference. Again, I'm differentiating between running on a treadmill and running outside. There's a massive difference between running towards something, running to something that has an actual destination, that actually has a finish line, versus just running on a treadmill. One of them has a destination, the other is just pure exhaustion. Have you ever ran on a treadmill before? It's not fun. You're running and you're getting absolutely nowhere. Whereas if you say, for example, it doesn't have to be a marathon, but if you're just running outside or you're running a 5K or whatever, you actually have a finish line that you're going to. But again, whatever. There is actually a Harvard psychologist named Daniel Gilbert, and he actually did a in-depth study on this, and here's exactly what he found. I'll read it to you. So what he found was that it's actually pretty interesting. It's actually brutal, really, in simplicity, is that he found that humans, we dramatically overestimate how happy we are going to be when we arrive at our destination. Or this, not even that, but it's he says that humans dramatically overestimate how happy we are going to be when we achieve our achievements, when we accomplish our goals. And he says we overestimate how happy the achievements are going to make us feel. What we end up doing is we end up telling ourselves the next goal, the next level, the next milestone is what will finally make us happy, and then we'll finally feel pure satisfaction. But that never ends up happening. All that ends up happening is the finish line just keeps going further and further and further and further away. And we keep falling for this same trap. We keep going back to the same empty well, and we're still so thirsty. So I guess the question is so then why do we keep running? If we know that it's not going to satisfy us, why do we keep running? It's because stopping feels like losing. Or at least we have believed that lie, that stopping is losing. Because it's crazy in the culture nowadays, it feels like stillness is dangerous. If you're just sitting still and just in silence, you need to be doing something. It's why are you just sitting still? Why are you not grinding? It's it's all been a complete lie that culture has spoon fed us. And then somewhere along the way, we picked up this belief, this lie that your worth is determined by your output, that is determined by what you do and what you've accomplished and the things that you've achieved. It's if you're not achieving, producing, creating, then you don't matter. You're not important. And here's the thing: is that's not ambition. It's not something that. What this is a prison, and it's a prison that we've built around ourselves. And some of us have done it without even realizing it. But here's what I find something that is super countercultural It's in Matthew chapter 11 where Jesus says this. He says these words. He says, "Come to me, all of you who are weary and heavy burdened, and I will give you rest." Just notice what he didn't say. He didn't say, "Come to me once you've earned it." He didn't say, "Come to me when you've got it all figured out, when it's all put together, when your output is good and you've achieved all your goals. Then come to me." That's not what he said. He said, "Come to me weary. Come to me burdened. Come to me exhausted from running on this treadmill endlessly." He's saying, come when you don't have it all figured out. He's essentially saying, come to me exactly as you are. You know, like, I've been reading that verse for many years now, and it hasn't really resonated like it has now. It's like a total demolition of what culture feeds you. He's essentially saying that the rest that he's talking about is not a reward for the things you've done or the things you've achieved or accomplished. He's saying that the rest is the foundation that you build from. That completely inverts everything that culture tells us about how this works. He's saying, like, you don't build your way to peace, you build from it. And the truth of the matter is honestly, I'm still trying to figure all of this out, because this is what I had been taught basically my whole life. Not through like specific people, but just through culture in general and social media in general. That you need to work harder, grind more. Now, I'm not saying like working hard and grinding are bad things, because those things are actually very good. You should work hard. You should. But you should never strive. You should never strive. Especially to the point of exhaustion. But I guess the good news about all of this is, like, we're not in this life alone. We're all in this together. Cue that song. Anyways, which is a random thing I thought about. But we're all running a race. Right? We're all running our own races in this life. While it is each individually we're running our race, but we're all running those races together. So I'm going to leave you guys with this question. What are you running toward? And once you get to that finish line, would it finally be enough? I want you to be honest when you answer that question. Be seriously honest with yourself. Would it finally be enough? I think it's time for us to get off the treadmill. Keep the faith.
Push it to the limit, I can't go no more. Red light, no way, I'm coming back home. Long dirt road,